Hey everybody, welcome to the inside of my brand new home. This is a 2024 Mercedes Sprinter all-wheel drive 170 wheelbase, and today we're going to design the interior of my new home in a 3D design software. These softwares are supposed to be very good with the dimensions on the inside of the vehicle, both height, width, and length, and all the material items you can put inside, you can drag out to the exact dimensions that you want it and lay your entire build out and see if it actually works. There's a few elements in my van that I would really like. One of them is an actual desk, which I probably put right here, and some stairs to go up inside of my bed. And I know putting stairs in a van is very uncommon. Usually it's some kind of a pull-out system or you step up onto a seat to get into the bed. But me, I have an English bulldog and he needs to be able to climb in and out of the bed anytime that he wants at any time of the day. Because sometimes if it gets warm in the front, he wants to go in the back where it's cooler, or vice versa. He can do whatever he wants, so the home is not just for me, it's for him too. We're just going to dive into the software here. If you notice on the right side, it says Chrome's Sprinter First. That's actually first edition. I already created one before I made this video because I figured maybe I should kind of understand how this thing works before I make a really awkward video. So on the top, we're going to type in Sprinter, and it shows me Sprinter vans. And I'm going to have to Google this because I don't know. There's long wheelbase L3H2, long wheelbase MESP. I don't know what these are. All right, so we found it right here. I found this just online just now, and then that's the correct one. So the Sprinter Mercedes-Benz L3H2 long wheelbase model generally spans from 2018 to 2025. So L3H2. Awesome. So if you take a look on the screen here, this is 100% my Mercedes. So cool. So in the 3D software, it's actually really easy to use. If you look on the right side here, it's got a section that says materials. You click on that and it goes through all the different types of materials in there. And in here you can select them via fabric, marble, metal, tiles, or wood, or concrete. So you can get different texture feels. It's actually really cool, but we're going to go into the furniture section here. And if you can tell, it's got knives on the wall. There's generators. There's beer kegs in here. Check it out. I can just chuck a beer keg right there. Chuck another beer keg right there. And it's awesome. So in here, and then you can just move them around to wherever you want inside of your home. So if you want to move the beer kegs up there, you just move the beer kegs over there. So the software is actually pretty simple to use. It took me about a half an hour to figure this out. But let's go through and see if my little design idea works. And I couldn't find the bed that I wanted earlier, so we're just going to go with a simple bed platform. And we're going to rotate this one around because I'm going side to side. Because you can see right here that it's not coming to the edge of the bed, so you can actually adjust it so it goes right to the very back. But then on here too, you need to adjust all your sides, because right now that's hanging out the side of the Sprinter. So you don't want that. So here you want to shorten things up. So my bed is actually 70 inches wide. So if you look at the depth of it, it's 75. This needs to be brought back to 70, or as close as we can to 70. All right, so we got the bed in there, and it looks pretty decent where it's at. Obviously, we're putting bump outs and stuff over there, but the bed is exact right width, but not this way or in height. So if you look at it, the height is at 48 inches, which is giant, and then we're going to do the height. But we're going to have to measure my van on that one because I don't know what the height is that we're going to need. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to factor in a little bit lower than normal here. So over here, we're going to measure it to the bottom of like right there. I don't want to go too high because we still got to factor in the mattress. So we're going to go measuring just by where the bottom of, I think, the frame would be. So it's around 30 inches. Yeah, because if I have an 8-inch deep mattress, because we're going to sleep in the lap of luxury in this thing, it's probably going to be a little less than, so we'll say 30 inches just to be safe. And taking a look at measurements-wise, I think that's right about right. See where it's coming over the tire right there? I think that is pretty darn accurate. Yeah, so if you guys see, my mattress is coming right about to the same point on the wheel well, so that's perfect. Designing things in this software is really fun. When I designed this earlier, I wasn't sitting inside of here, so having the chance to go through and take measurements is epic. So now we need to get some stairs, and I tried to find stairs in here. Stairs. See, they don't have stairs in here. Why? Because people normally don't put stairs in their Sprinter vans. So let's try box. I can't remember what I used last time. Ah, that's perfect. Look at that. It's even just about the right width, too. Well, it's a bit wide, but right there. Boom. Stairs. We're not doing the stairs that wide, but we all get the point here. So the first step's going to be, we'll say this is going to be 34 inches wide. I think even 10 inches is a good step. Oh, that's good and wide. 10 inches. So hard. I wish I could just type on it and put 11, but it won't let me do it. Here, 10.8 inches height. There is step number 1. We might only have to do 2. Because if the bed platform's at 30, we got 10, 20, 30. Do you know what I mean? I think maybe a couple of steps just might work. Okay, we're going to go 3 steps. And if you look at it, that thing's level with the top step. Like with the top here. So the bed platform's probably 24. So we need to raise this up. We're going to go 40 inches to the top of all the blankets. So if you got this platform here and then an 8-inch mattress above, because I think it'd be weird if this came straight out into the top step. I think it should go from here just a step down. So we're at 21 inches. Let's move these out of the way to make sure that that thing's on the floor. And this one here, we can shift down to 21. I mean, ideally, we do 10 inches down, right? So if this thing's 21 inches high, this thing is... Yeah, man, I'm unsure. I don't know if we're really going to need the last one. I kind of feel like in my brain I want to put it in there. So this thing is 19 inches high, or 20 inches high, 35 wide. So I think doing 3 steps is good. I don't think they're going to be even 10, 10, 10, and 10, but I think that's probably best. So what I want to do is I want to make these into storage drawers as well. Like that way you open it up and man, you got like rows. I got hoodies and sweaters. Like that's a pretty big cabinet. That's 2 feet high. So I'm thinking maybe we throw the fridge up here and then we just build a cabinet so it's a perfect fit and the fridge just fits here and the door opens this way. So if you're standing in the kitchen, you can reach over and swing that door open. And then there'd be upper cabinets across here. So yeah, and obviously we will adjust everything size-wise. So this side of the thing is the exact width that's needed for the fridge. I'm pretty sure the fridge is probably about 19 inches deep. So what we may have to do is make sure that the cabinets on this side of the van are 19 inches deep. All right, so right there. And then we're going to stick this thing inside of it. So just say this thing now belongs inside of it over here. See what I'm saying? I'm going to put this inside of it though. There you go. Flush mounted inside of that thing. Let's bring this down a little bit. Boom. There you go. Hey, look at that. Chromie just installed a fridge. They're definitely not doing the fridge that high, but you get the point down there. Boom. Fridge installed. That way when you're in... That looks pretty darn good. Look at that. This software is so freaking cool. So yeah, when you're standing in the kitchen, you can reach over here, open the fridge up this way, reach in, grab what you need. So we're going to find another wardrobe. I don't know if I want to close off that bed area like that, but I do somewhat kind of like it. I like it because it kind of creates that whole, hey, look, this van's got a second level. You know, hey, look, it's kind of private back there. You know what I mean? But, and I was talking to Andy at Overland Interiors, and he was telling me that sometimes when you do that, it can really kind of choke the area and make it look, well, claustrophobic. You know what I mean? Too small, kind of a scenario. And obviously you don't want that. So let's keep this thing, boom. There we go. So now we got a little stairwell going in there, and let's add ourselves a kitchen. That was a study bench. Look at that, baby. Look at that cool that is. You boom, drop it in there. There you go. You got a study bench. Easy peasy. We're going to drop the kitchen right there on the side. Man, the kitchen is going to be long. So say from let's go measure this one too. So from the front of that wheel well to the door. Brings this bad boy right up over the door. Boom. So that would be the kitchen. Ooh, and then we'll go how wide on the counter. So you got the little entrance way to get in there. Ooh, I don't know if 20 inches wide is going to work because I have my fridge to put, I have my shower to put in there. That's so expensive for that shower, but it's so cool. The dimensions of the nestled portion of the shower is 21.75 wide by 30 inches tall. We're going to call that at 36 inches in height. Looks so short now that I made it that short. But whatever, we get the gist of the idea. Right now we're just messing around with stuff, so we're just going to leave this because this video is going to be like forever long. But I think that's working right there. And we'll take these things off the top of the kitchen because we don't really care right now. We don't need toilet paper. It's all good. And here, that's your burner, I'm going to guess. And a sink, so probably won't be using anything like that. Let's get rid of that. We'll probably use like a 2-burner in top thing. Let's get rid of these two. And so is that a faucet? And then we're going to do just a drop-in sink. Probably something like that right there. Boom. Just like that. We have a sink mounted in the counter. It's sitting a little bit too high, but let's drop this down a little bit. Boom. Flush mounted. Just like that. So give us a little bit of a kitchen counter. Move the stove. We can probably rotate this stove maybe. I'm not a very big cook, so the whole thought of having like this ginormous dedicated kitchen, yeah, I don't cook enough, to make it worthy. So what I was thinking about doing is maybe taking some drawers down here and having them so they pull out into the walkway here. Maybe this one pulls out a bit and just creates like a U-shaped counter space if I needed any more counter space instead of dedicating too much to a kitchen. I'm not married. I don't got anybody in my van that likes to cook for me. I'm not one to cook for myself, so I'm not going to hyper focus on a giant kitchen. I think this will do plenty. When you're in the kitchen cooking, you turn around and you're you got your stove here, you got your fridge there. I think that's pretty cool. We could probably use some of the stairs here as a pantry, and I'm not sure if we're going to keep this cabinet here, right? So I'm not sure. We might just extend this counter longer, do a little design piece in here or something like that to separate the like maybe do this a longer counter and do a wall separation. There has to be a wall, like maybe something like this with a design in it, or maybe just cabinets, because I don't mind the look at that at all. I think that kind of tucks the bed away nicely. Little peekaboo area back there. That's pretty sweet. Okay, let's go for a desk. Boom. There's my editing desk. Oh, that is epic. That's it. Done dizzle. That's it. It's over. Chromie's editing desk. How big's the desktop? 27 inches wide. That is not, that is way too much. So 27, this will probably be at 20 inches. Let me measure that. 20 inches on the desk. And how wide is that desk? 57 inches. That is way too long. So 57, we could probably do this at 4 feet and it'll be huge. My desk in my current van right now is only 3 feet wide. So if we did that at 4 feet, let's go over estimating here. 45.3. So obviously I'm going to let Andy do all his design work. Right now I'm just trying to figure out the layout, like where I need things, where I think things should function. Then from here, Andy at Overland Interiors is going to go buck wild, keeping my layout the way it is, but adding all the design features and whatever curvy things we come up with or anything like that. But as long as I got the base layout, I think we are good to go. So take a look here. There's a chunk of room right here before the driver's seat. I am wondering if we have room to put a single seat there. This one here has got a little bench underneath. Let me spin this around. What about putting a bench here? Making it shorter, of course. I wonder how far out 30 inches would be. Because I don't want to impede on like this way. So let's do that at 24. So 2 feet. I don't know if that's a dumb idea. And I wouldn't leave sharp corners here. I think what I would do in that scenario is have Andy build this all into this system so it's all kind of like one fluid piece. You know what I mean? So there's no like sharp edge on sharp edge on sharp edge. Like maybe make sure everything in here is all coolly rounded and stuff. It's got to be a lagoon table. What is that? Toilet. They got pit toilet. All right, lagoon table. There's got to be one in here somewhere. That one, the bottom's probably closest, or right here, lagoon table. Bada boom. But mounting a lagoon table right there would allow someone to sit here, me to swivel that seat around and sit there. I think our feet may be a little close together, but this person could sit that way. I could swivel my seat towards the door a little bit, put my coffee and arm down. We could still hang out. That puts 1, 2, 3 people up here. I'm just not sure what the dimensions are here. Hold on. So this thing is 27 by 25, so 2 feet. So if this is legit 2 feet from here to here, that might be enough. Oh, that's plenty. Between 2 people? Like if these are real legit dimensions, and we will find out once Andy starts designing this himself, because once he starts getting this into his CAD software, we're going to see exactly inch for inch, millimeter for millimeter, what works, what doesn't. Yeah, so you can see the cabinets are popping out the top. Those will obviously be curved with a wall where the wall sits right there. You can see where the back of the cabinets get shaved off. So we have one upper cabinet there. All right, so that'll work out. So we got upper cabinets. These need to go a little higher. Upper cabinets. They need to be a little longer too. You know what I mean? So the cabinets go all the way through. This design is exactly like the other one I designed, but the other one I took a little bit more time with. Yes, I know, like right now, we're probably an hour and a half into making this video. The measurements on this one are a lot more precise than the other one. So what do you guys think of this as a layout? You know, you come into the van, a little bit of a seating area. Yeah, man, I'm digging this. Okay, let's save this and get out of here. Do you want us to know? Let's save this first. All right. So we're going to go back in here and take a look at the first one I designed. It looks super, super good. All right. Chrome Sprinter First Edition. Check this thing out. It wasn't as precise, but looks-wise, that is more like it. So I spent a little bit more time to make sure things that looked better. I threw some plants on the counter. I did a different little kitchen. But these dimensions are not accurate. So I just was slapping things together, and if you can see, some of my cabinets actually come through the floor. I messed it all up. But the point of it is just to get an idea. So the bed on this one here, I think is 48 inches high. 49 inches high. No, sorry, 53 inches high. So it is a poor representation of what I want to do. But if you take a look at how sexy it looks with the black on the wood, yeah. What do you guys think? I think it looks really, 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 really good. I got this image in my head with the black on the wood, and then we do that slatted ceiling with the LED light strips going down. And then I want to incorporate LED light strips everywhere, like underneath all cabinets, LED light strips, maybe underneath some of the cabinet faces so it lights up the front of the cabinets. I wouldn't mind doing underneath the toe kick, underneath all these cabinets, maybe running some LED lighting in some areas just to grab some just to add some floor lighting. Oh, guys, I want to go buck wild inside of this thing. But, yeah, what do you think of that layout? With the stairs for Cruzy to go boop, 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 up into bed and then back down. And also, what do you guys think about having it closed off like that, getting into the bedroom? Do you think that would make this part of the van feel claustrophobic? Because Andy was telling me he had a customer that did this and they felt it made the van feel small because if you open this area up, it makes the van go from front to back big. But I myself think because the stairs are there, it might add the whole, look, I have a second story in my van and it's kind of private back there. That's kind of cool. But I did also think too that if I put a TV in my van, we could hide it in the back of this cabinet where it unlatches and the TV pulls out this way. So right over here, there's a TV. Let's see if there's a TV in here. TV. Boom. There's a TV. Oops. So the TV would pull out of this cabinet. Let's go up a bit so we can get a better feel for it. So yeah, the TV would be right there covering the window, but then it pulls away and hides away in that cabinet. Nobody has to see it. Oh, we lost it now. But then when it's TV time, bada boom. Slides in, boop, slides out. I don't know how good these electronic things like that are going to last by bombing through the bush, but that would be pretty cool. I can't permanently mount a TV there because we have a window right there and a window on this side, but I think if we could hide it, I think that'd be pretty darn sweet, right? Yeah, this software is super cool, man. It was $30 for a year or $27 for a year, and that's it. So I'm thinking about maybe actually putting an actual Mac right here, and then keeping this counter tall enough that I can move my keyboard, which would have to be put in a drawer and stuff anyway for when I drive, and then secure the chair in there with a bungee cable or some kind of a system to secure the rolling chair in there. Wow, it'd be so nice to edit in a real proper chair. It'd be so good. And keep this high enough that I can take my DJ gear out of somewhere and put it down on the counter, maybe mount a couple of speakers and stuff up here or something like that so I can have a bit of a DJ booth. But that's my first thoughts for my layout. I would love to get your guys' input on it. Let me know what you guys think. Looking at it in that design software, I don't think I could fit all that stuff in here. But according to the dimensions in the software, we can fit it all. I just don't see it. Putting a bench there, then my desk, a couple stairs, maybe. But this needs to happen ASAP. So I'm going to play around on this thing for another day or so and see if I can come up with another layout idea. And then we need to start running wires in this thing, and it's go time. John's got a spot for me down there so we can put the heated floors in, and at least then we got the floor in. Then we can do the heater, the wiring, and all that stuff and get this ball rolling. All right, crew. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I've never made a video like this before where I did something like that. But that software was super damn rad. I wish they paid me for this because damn, that thing is so cool. But it wasn't bad. It was 27 bucks for the year. And then when I clicked onto it for the year, it gave me a lifetime option for another 27 bucks. I'm like, I'll pay for another 20 more dollars. So it was 47 dollars it worked out to for a lifetime membership. So I can use that thing for the rest of my life forever. So I'm like, yep. Because you never know, 10 more years I might be out of this thing. I might need to use it again. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll leave the links to the software down below if you guys want to check it out. It's super freaking cool. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.